Hey guys, so here are my natural nails. They're super short, I've just cut them, but we need to prep the nails to start off with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some nail polish remover. This is acetone and it's going to remove any kind of, I don't know, like I've been wearing acrylic for years, paint, polish. You just want to clean the nails basically. So just get all the polish off, clean them up really nice, and then we actually need to start pushing our cuticles back. What I do want to say is just make sure you get the polish off around the sidewalls of your nails. That's really, really important. Then I'm going to be using this cuticle pusher and I'm going to be pushing back my nails. This is everything that I've actually just seen in YouTube videos, so I'm kind of just going with that. I don't know why we do all this. I guess we're removing the cuticles because we need to allow space to add these gel extensions on. It's also got this kind of scrapey tool on the other side of the cuticle pusher. So I'm just going to scrape and it's going to kind of just cut off the excess cuticle. Then I like to just go in with my acetone again and just clean that up really, really nicely. We're going to do that to each and every nail. Just be careful because you know what? I am not an expert at all. Never done my own nails. I just thought this would be fun to try out and I filmed it. But sometimes, like there was one nail I went a bit too harsh on and it started bleeding, like my cuticle area started bleeding a little bit later on in the video. So just be careful with your nails. These are my hands. Now what you want to do is you want to file your nails down. Mine are super short anyway. I do want them to grow now, but they are super short and you just want to clean them up. It was important, I found on one YouTube video that I watched, that you want to file them in one direction. Can't tell you why this is, but you just want to file them in one direction and not go back and forth, back and forth. And then I'm going to take a nail file. This one's grit, so it's like, you know, I want to say like the sandpaper. Well, it's kind of soft. It's not as harsh as the one that I was filing my nails with. And you want to buff out your nails, which means you want to just take away all of the shine. Again, I follow this other YouTube tutorial, but you just want to take off all the shine. Then I'm just going to use this lint sheet just to wipe over them to get rid of any excess dust, any kind of filings. You want to make sure that your nails are really, really clean. Okay, so once you're done, your nails are pretty much prepped. Now I use this LA Girl nail bonder, right? I don't know if this was the cause of all problems. I'm not too sure, but I applied it to all of my nails. I think you need to apply this for nail polish, maybe. I don't know. I needed, like, there's so many different things, guys. I don't know. Leave me comments down below. Like, there's like a pH bonder, there's a dehydrator, there's this, there's that. I just didn't understand. I kind of just popped this on and hope for the best. So these are my nails with the nail bonder, but I think you need pH bond. So the stuff that I picked up is actually this VENALISA Poly Nail Gel Quick Building Nail Gel. I believe it's like a builder gel, and I'm not sure how it works. It's like a gel. It looks like this. I got mine in soft pink, which is 1802, and it's really affordable, guys. It was like £11. I bought the slip with it, which is like the alcohol, to kind of help you work with it. And then I got the dual forms as well. These are not tips. They are dual forms, which means you apply the gel inside and then they kind of pop it onto the nail. You also want like anything that's like a spatula tool. So I'm going to take out these dual forms and I'm going to see, like when you get your nails at the nail salon, you know how they like check the tips? You kind of want to do that, but you want to go right to the top or a little bit underneath your cuticle area, depending on how you want to kind of wear this, and you just want to measure up your nails. So you want to measure it up so there's still enough room on the sides. Now when you measure it, make sure you're holding it straight up and not all the way down, because you won't be pushing all the way down. You still want it to be straight up, is what I have picked up from a YouTube video. So I'm going to line them all up. These are all my nails. These are the ones that I'm going to be using, the dual forms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my slip ready. I didn't have one of them little shot glass things to put my slip in, so I put it in a perfume cap. I know, but it was pretty. So I put in a little bit of slip here just to make it easier. I also wet my makeup brush that I'm going to be using in all of the dual forms just to get that ready. This was all really exciting, if I'm honest with you. Then I started working with this nail gel. So I want to just take it out and then you slice it, which is what I've learnt. You slice it with your spatula and then you're meant to kind of roll this onto the dual form. And you can see here that it is very thick, it's very sticky. And then I want to I'm working with my thumbs to start off with. So this is my dual form for my thumb. And I want to just slide it in to that dual form using my spatula. Kind of want to make it as even as possible. When you guys do it, you want a decent amount, but you don't want it to be too thick. So this is what it's going to look like. It looks pretty smooth already, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some slip, which is just like basically like a lubricant, and it will just help you glide on to that gel. Really, really easy. And then smooth it out. You can bring it out as far as you want, depending on how long you want your nails, but you're also going to file this, so don't worry too much about it. And then I realized on my side wall of the jewel form, I needed a little bit more, like it was too thin. So I added a little bit more, and this is what it will look like. Then what you want to do is you want to press this onto your nail. So you can take it underneath the cuticle, which is what I would do if I'm going to do these again. But I put it right up to the cuticle, and then I pushed it down. And it can take a little bit of a while to kind of adapt to your nail bed, I found. Then I'm going to clean any slip. When you squeeze out, sometimes the slip will come out. And the gel will come out, and then you want to cure this. So you want to cure it. This is a UV light for 1 minute 30 on the top, and then you want to turn it over and cure the underside for another 1 minute 30 again. Okay, so once your nail is done, it's gonna actually go hard, guys. This was like mind-boggling to me, and I was so nervous. You want to just squeeze this and then press it off, and immediately it literally just comes out like an acrylic nail, like you've got them done at the salon. I was mind blown, honestly mind blown. But obviously there's a lot more work to do. So what you want to do is you want to just carry on doing all of your nails. I would suggest that you do them one by one so you have a lot more control. Just add the gel into the jewel form. Once it's measured up with your nail, then you want to take the slip, and this takes a little bit of practice. This was the first time I've done this, guys, so I think I did pretty well. But you just want to kind of smooth out the edges, make sure there's a lot of product on the side walls, because you don't want it to be too thin, but you don't want it to be too thick either. It's difficult to get a right balance. This one was actually thinner than my first attempt, and you want to pop it on, hold it on, cure it for 1 minute 30 on both sides, and then pop it off. And just like that, you have your own gel extension. How cool is this, by the way? Like, to do it all at home. It does take a little bit longer, it takes practice, but it would save you so much money, guys. That's why I bought this kit, because I was fed up of going to the nail salon for every 2 weeks. I don't like to get these infills done all the time. It's expensive. It's like £15 to £18 for infills all the time. It's expensive. So you want to just carry on doing this, popping this on, and then curing it, and it will just pop off. You do all of them. You can also do all of them if you want. So you can do all the nails and then cure them all together and then pop them all off if you want to just kind of save a little bit of time as well. And they will just pop off. And you can also reuse these jewel forms, guys, which is amazing. You don't need to keep buying loads and loads. Like, you can just reuse all of them. So here's me doing my pinky. I want to show you them all in depth. And then I also wanted to tell you guys that this nail gel, I just keep open because it won't cure, it doesn't harden, which is amazing. It's just going to stay like this consistency. So I keep it open and press it down whilst I'm doing all of my nails. Now once they're all cured, they're going to look like this, but they need some filing, right? Because you want to clean them up now. You can see some of them are thin at the tips. So I'm just going to file. I like a coffin shape personally, but you can do whatever shape you want. They are very, very, very strong, I found. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buff over the actual surface of the nail, because we're going to be adding another layer. You want to do this in thin layers. So just buff over it. I was really impressed with the bottom as well. When you do them thin, you're not going to squeeze out any gel underneath. So your underside, if you haven't got like a nail Dremel, then it's going to be really easy because you don't need to kind of file the underside. So just buff all of your nails over and make sure that you create kind of like a friction layer almost, and file them really nicely to the shape that you like. Okay, so once you have filed them all down, make sure that there is absolutely no shine on them, because I feel like this is what creates the grip. And then you want to just go over and take all of that dust, that filing off. And we are actually just going to build another layer on top. So I'm going directly in with my brush now, and I'm going to roll this just directly over the nail. What you can also do is you can do another jewel form, one on top of the other. I've seen in a video that some people do that as well. But this was quite easy. I'm just going to add another layer on to here. Use this slip. It's really important to use that slip, and also kind of clean the underside, because if you don't clean the underside, you're going to get like a massive splodge, you're going to get overhanging. And then cure these bad boys for 1 minute 30 again. and you will see what it will look like. When it comes out, it's going to be a little bit tacky, so just clean it with a little bit of acetone I found, or else the dust and everything's going to stick to it, which is really annoying. The stuff is super sticky. Even dust that you don't know exists in the air will stick to it. And then also just clean it around your nail bed. Try not to have the gel in there, because I did, and it gets a bit tacky and it's going to go all over your skin. So just do all your nails. I did them all at once actually, it was so much easier. And then cure that in the UV lamp for 1 minute 30, and when they come out they're going to look like this. And we're going to file them again. Now we're not going to file the surface, we are just going to clean up the shape. And I'm going to give myself a really nice coffin shape. You can see that they already look beautiful, but I'm going to buff them just to give them a really nice shine, give them a polish. So I'm going to buff over the nails, all of them now, to kind of finish them off. I'm not an expert, there's probably loads more steps, but I found like this worked. Then I'm just going to take some essential oils and just add them to my cuticles, because I wanted to give them a little bit of hydration, a little bit of shine. After all that buffing and filing, they're going to look a little bit dry, but you can see here they look beautiful. I'm also going to use a gel nail polish. Now, I wasn't too happy with the colour of the actual just gel. Some people may like it, but it was a bit too light for my liking. It's coming up a bit more white on me, so I'm just going to add this nail polish. You can also just add a normal nail polish, gel polish. It doesn't have to be. Just because I had the UV lamp, I thought it was going to be a little bit easier. And they look a little like this when they're done. They look stunning. They look like acrylics. You can add a UV top coat as well. I like to use that just to add that extra glossy finish. I did that to all of my nails, and then again I just cured my nails under the UV lamp for another 1 minute 30 just to dry everything really nicely. Okay guys, so once you are done with your UV top coat, I'm going to add some essential oils again just for extra hydration. And then I like to add just a bit of Hand Dream Super Cream by Soap & Glory. This stuff smells amazing, kind of just really hydrates your hands after all the acetone, you know, all that jazz. So we're just going to hydrate and we're going to look at our finished product. Now let me know down below what you guys think of these. I believe they're called gel extensions. What you think? I think they look absolutely amazing. Now, if I'd done it correctly, guys, if I'd done it correctly, they would have looked absolutely amazing, long versus short. Let me know which one you prefer. However, can someone please tell me why this happened? So shortly after I filmed this, this is what happened. My nails just started popping off, guys. The air got into them. I could squeeze them off. I believe it's because of that pH bonder that I used. I obviously didn't use a gel one. Or maybe I should just filed my nails down the surface and then added the gel. I'm not too sure. Please let me know down below. So this is like a way not to do your acrylic gel extensions, whatever. It's a way not to do it because they just came off one by one. I was so happy. And they just started slipping off. So guys, I don't know. I feel like everything else was right. I just need to get like the bonding right and the prep and everything, but it was so difficult. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video.